what we're doing as a whole brahmachari ashram, as a temple. The brahmachari ashram has its own council now. That was the thing that changed us the most, because Gauri Prabhu, our ex-temple president, he came to us and said, listen, gentlemen, it's about time you take responsibility for your own lives and for your own ashram. So he suggested that we have a council. So there's a few senior men on that council who kind of make all the policy decisions for the ashram as a whole. And anything that we want, we go to them to get it approved. So this was the single most thing that stopped us from just being independent kind of brahmacharis doing our program, and became more of a team and accountable to the collective, the group. You know, when you become senior after, say, 2, 3, 5, 8 years, then you become an untouchable. You do your own thing. And you're still very pleasant, but the council is very strong on, no, we're a team and a family in that way. So that's been the thing that changed and revolutionized the way that we operate. And that was coming from Gauri Prabhu, our ex-temple president. And he empowered us by doing that, really, because there's a lot of other workers here who we were subservient to and still are, but in terms of it being very departmental orientated, quite a lot of different departments. But now we are our own department with a lot of status. And we don't use that to exploit or anything or say we're not doing this, but we do have a lot of rights now, which is very important for the brahmachari ashram. And if you take responsibility for your own lives, you hold your head up, there's some dignity. You know? So that was the single most important thing that happened in the brahmachari ashram. And then, so we're having all kinds of different programs. We meet on Mondays and Thursdays. We meet on Mondays and Thursdays for just organizational agenda items, things that need to be done, things that need to be said, and that goes on for an hour, and we have a class. We also practice songs that you very rarely sing, just to get somewhat familiar with those devotional songs, those Vaishnava songs. And as I said, we study together. We come together to study both Mondays and Thursdays. And that has really brought us together. You know, I think it's Chowpatty that are studying every day from sort of 10 o'clock till 12:30. But this is the investment that we wanted to give. If we decide to give more, we will. But right now we're happy with this amount. We also we have been quite successful in the last year in doing sort of Maha book distribution. Each month we take all of us and a lot of the congregation to a particular place to do sort of 3 to 4 hours book distribution, kirtan, and at somebody's house in that town they have arranged prasad. So we're only asking the congregation maybe 2, 3, 4 hours and singing and book distribution and harinam, and it's a monthly thing that we do. So we make a bigger impression with the smaller, with the amount of people that we've got, you know. And everybody in the town knows that we've arrived, you know. So that's a once a month. Everybody's inspired by the amount of people. What else? As a temple, we have 25,000 school children visiting here each year in different schools all over this part of the country. We were teaching in universities, the Brahmachari Ashram, but then we handed it over to the youth of that age, university age, to take responsibility for the whole university preaching. So there's about 15 universities that they're preaching in right now.
Is that through Pandavasena?
Through what we, Pandavasena, some of you may have heard.
Brahmacharis are no longer involved in that at all?
Yeah. Not as such now, no. We may get involved later in the future. Also, we have a back-to-back, 3 monthly back-to program. So 3 months, then another 3 months, then another 3 months, it's like that. So we're bringing in about 4 to 6 bhaktas every program.
Here's one here.
Here's one here.
They're doing guided tours.
And what else was I going to say? I'm looking after all the volunteers. We have about 2,000 volunteers on my books, on my database. But probably about a quarter are really active. A quarter. And less than that is like 250 people, highly active people. Then I call upon for everything, whether it be graphics, marketing, making samosas, management, law, medicine. So that's why I wanted to become a volunteer coordinator, because I thought I've got no skills, but I know there's lots of people out there who have, and I engage them. So that's been very, very helpful. We also, not that this is to do with the Brahmachari ashram at all, but the temple has a lot of weddings here. And during the summer, it's every day of the week except Sundays. And there are 2 weddings every day. So some weddings are 250 people, others are 500, and other weddings are 1,000 and 1,200. Just the other day, we had a wedding here for 1,200 people.
It's mainly Indians?
Mainly Indians, mainly, yes.
Mixed sometimes?
Mixed sometimes, yes, often mixed.
And how much Indians live in London, you know?
Yeah, lots actually. Northwest London.
Yeah.
No.
Not quite that much. There is not that much. There's about a million all told.
A million altogether, is that it?
Yeah. It's not that high. It's not. Yeah.
In London?
It's,
Northwest London.
But yes. And we have a Gurukul. You've seen the school here. One of the very few existing Gurukuls is still up and running. And they have something called the Ofsted inspection, which is the sort of education authorities who inspect to say what is your school professionalism about. How good is it? And you're looked at very, very carefully. So we came pretty much top. They very much liked our standards in that school. We also just recently built a school. It's called Krishna Bhanti School, and it's in another county in Harrow, not far from here. And we have about 100 children there now. There's a primary school. And it's the most eco-friendly school in the country. There's many, many features in that school with water that comes through the roof and lighting and everything in a very eco-friendly way. So this was all arranged through the patrons.
And so all the children from the devotees?
Because it's like a state school, we were only allowed to send a few from our own school, from the manor here. It wasn't just for all ISKCON children. So it's more like, how can I say, it's a Hindu school, but with ISKCON principles. So we're taking all kinds of different denominations of Hindu, but we're presenting the ISKCON.
And the teachers?
Teachers are all ISKCON.
All devotees. They allowed like a certain amount of really like children from devotees, and the rest is like from Indian families or
in general. And so they are coming into our ways naturally.
Yeah.
And they have sorry.